Hey, this is Hot Rod. We are here with the hot shot, the hottest thing going on the web today. And today we have Mr. Former world champion, former national champion. He's been all over the place. Koko Anderson. Koko, welcome to the hot shot.
I appreciate you. Thank you for having me, Hot Rod. We've had our little timing issues there for
Yeah.
this, but I appreciate you for having me. We got the time today, so oh man, how you
Well, I
been?
tell you what, let's talk about Koko.
Okay.
How long you been wrestling, man?
Oh Jesus. Let's see here. I broke in the business in 2006. 2006. Derek King and them had a company in Ripley, Tennessee called TLCW, and I went in as a fan, and I got an opportunity to become what we like to be the ring announcers,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I met you. Whenever we was doing some of the MAW shows on Beale Street or meet up at Memphis TV, and
There you
we
go.
see each other, and I then got questioned you, and you helped me get along the way. So let's see, 2006. Been in the business altogether since 2006, and it's 2025.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of years.
I know you're making me old. Come on.
But
You
no, like I
making me.
said, it's been a pleasure. It's been a joy. I love the wrestling business. I mean, even just like everybody, we have our days with it that we just say, screw it, don't want to do this no more. Then it's like once you try to leave, it's like the mafia. Once you're in, the only way out is death.
That's right. That's right. Well,
Literally,
what did Roddy Piper say? Every time I try to leave, they pull me right back in.
literally,
And that's what he's
literally.
okay. So and you've wrestled pretty much all over the area.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
your name is known all over, not just Tennessee, Arkansas, Mississippi, Kentucky. You've been other places, right?
yes sir.
Okay.
Let's see, me and Mike Jablonski, we formed a tag team called Bad Omen.
Hmm.
We were tagging there. We went to Atlanta. We went to Atlanta, Georgia. We've done some shows in Hohenwald, Tennessee. We've done stuff in Nashville area. So yeah, we've been around. I've been around for a minute. Been a lot of
Okay.
places, and I'm not
Okay.
done yet. There's some other places on my bucket list. I got to check off that old bucket list. So
There you go. There you go. So if you said, okay, you've been around for a while. If I asked you, uh, what are the five? I give you five. Five best place that you truly enjoyed wrestling as. Like I don't mind going to.
um,
I mean, they can be defunct now, but I mean, if you enjoy them, then that's fine. But
let's see. I'll honestly say I like wrestling around here, close to home,
hmm
because my family gets to see me
hmm
wrestle some. So let's say I'd say the Ripley Dyersburg area, then in Trenton at TIWF,
hmm
because that's where it all started when I got broken into everything. A place that holds dear to my heart is Raymer, Tennessee, where
okay,
Outlaw Don Bass, he used to run SPWA. He gave me my very first wrestling match up there at SPWA. So that's forever close and dear to the heart. Um, when I was UIWA World Champion and North American Champion, I was booked in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi,
hmm
up there, and that was fun. I liked that being up there on the Gulf Coast, and then, like I said, then going down to Atlanta
hmm
with Mike, that was fun too. That was a fun experience. So yeah,
okay.
yeah, those my places.
All right. Well, hey, you like I said, way down south and heading up
We
north
go
and
deep South
deep
Alabama.
south. Right, right. Um, you never did get to go up to Wisconsin, did you?
No.
Okay.
Whenever we wanted to go to Wisconsin, me and TC just we the timing of everything just didn't
Right.
work out.
TC is gonna be one of my guests in the next little while as well. So
TC's my guy. I haven't even talked to him. I need to reach out to him.
it's been a minute. So speaking of other wrestlers, you got five. I'd love to get 10, but you just cut down to five wrestlers that you've truly enjoyed. If you can go expound any farther, that's fine. But got five, at least five that you
Five
really
that I've
really enjoy working
enjoyed.
with. That you enjoy working with. It's like, man, I love it. It doesn't matter. They could be a main eventer. They could be somebody who just And you said Kurt Jerker, but you enjoy wrestling them.
5 wrestlers that I've enjoyed working with. Let's see here. Greg Anthony. From
Hmm.
every time you step in the ring with him, it's just a learning experience every single time. Let's see here. Let's see here. There's Greg. There's somebody that's underrated in my opinion that I
Hmm.
love to death. Alex Cross.
Okay.
Every time me and Alex touch in the ring, it's like magic. It's like we just go out there and go. Um, Tim Edwards. Me and
Okay.
Tim have wrestled each other a couple of times, and Tim was with me on that route of people that I started with SPWA because we all was together, and
Hmm.
we had a few matches with each other. I loved it. Uh, God, Bill Dundee.
Okay.
That was a learning experience there,
Okay.
and then my brother Brad Bad. That
Okay.
was that was fun there because that was something. Let's see. There's one match I want that I haven't had yet.
Hmm.
Mike Jablonski, my tag
Okay.
partner. Me and him, we've never wrestled each other before. We've tagged forever, but we've never wrestled each other. That's one match that's on my bucket list of matches I really want.
Okay, Mike, you hear that now? Mike Jablonski,
Hey,
Koko wants you.
I want all the smoke. I'll tell anybody. I want
Okay.
all the smoke.
All right. Let me go into some history. Some other guys maybe.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop some names. You can kind of give me, a good opinion about them because some of them we're gonna, and I'll say for the first ride says Devon Day.
Devon Day, good guy. I remember whenever me and Tim we left SPWA and we was coming looking for somewhere to come to. And the offer was made by Devon at the time. He was the booker for TIWF. He was going to bring us in to be a tag team there at TIWF. So he told us, "Hey, come down to the show, check it out, let me know what you think, and we'll go from there." We went down. We went down there and we sat, watched the show, enjoyed it, had fun, talked to him. He's like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna get with y'all." And everything from I wasn't around Devon a lot, but a lot of the things I've heard from people that was with Devon is if you ever had a question about the wrestling business, if you wanted to be around somebody that was knowledgeable about the wrestling business in this area, Devon was it. Devon, Motley Cruz,
Hmm.
I saw them tag together one time,
Hmm.
and I was like, okay, I would love to tag up and wrestle them because it was like they look good. They gelled together. It was just that. But Devon was great. It was a great guy, great mind to actually pick the brain of. If you had questions and wanted critiquing on something, Devon was your guy that you could go to, and he would not tell you a lie about it. He'll tell you the truth. So, but yeah, Devon is on my list of people that I well respected and thought of highly of because that list. I don't have a lot of people, but Devon was on that
I'm gonna
list
give
for
you.
me.
I'm gonna throw another one at you.
Okay.
Two more. I'm gonna throw two at you.
Two more.
One
Okay.
maybe, maybe not. And these all TIWF guys because I know them. The Latin Assassin, Chico Mendoza.
Ah, Chico's on my list of favorite matches.
Hmm.
He's on my list of favorite people to wrestle. Me and Chico. I remember whenever I came in and I was wrestling Chico, and Chico was known for his chops,
Hmm.
because those chops are stiff. But Chico makes you step up your game because Chico he doesn't talk. English is not there, and
Right.
you're like, oh boy, so you got to feel your way through. But I love Chico. Chico was one of my people
Okay.
that once Chico gained your trust
Hmm.
with you, he had your back. And Chico's one of those guys. Him and Mamacita, they were those people. She was the roughneck of the group.
That's true.
She would tighten you up before anybody would. But that's one of the things that I respected the most about them because they were loyal people. Chico's good people. I love him to death. Like every time I see him now when I go to TIWF and he pops up, I have to hug him because I miss having matches with him. We had a great series of matches with each other. I think when I was UIWA North American champion.
Hmm.
I ended up losing the belt to him, but the thing is there's nobody else I would have rather lost the belt to because the man well deserved it. In my eyes, honestly, he should have been world champion of the AIWF or the UIWA
Hmm.
because the man was well respected and well known in the area. So, yes.
And I had another person, but before I get to the other person, since
Uh-oh.
you mentioned AIWF, how about Chief Adakula Kula, the
My own
Chief?
the Chief. Chief. I love Chief. I love Chief. Chief. Whenever they broke off and he started the UIWA, and you was with this, you was
Hmm.
had a hand in it too with the starting of it. Um, Chief was one who gave me my opportunity to be world champion, and you also in that with the North American title and the world title, you both own that, and I'm greatly indebted to y'all for that because y'all saw something in me and you said, "Hey, we're gonna give this guy a chance," and you gave me a chance, and that's like I said, the opportunities like that you don't take those for granted because
Hmm.
if somebody sees something in you, that means okay that you got to keep stepping your game up. And I'll never forget when I won the world title from Chief. Somebody posted on a Facebook post that I made. They said, "All right, all eyes are on you now, so you got to put in the work." And I was like, "Okay." But Chief is one of those. I love Chief to death. You can sit up and talk to him and Debashi, and they be sitting there the crack jokes, the biggest jokesters you'll ever meet. But Chief is like one of the most kind people that you'll meet in the wrestling business. Honestly, stiffest people you'll wrestle in the wrestling business too. But like I said, it's another one of those that make you step your game up and bring it to another level because they're old school, and I love old school. Old school is good.
Hmm. And I think one of the things I remember when uh, the AIWF Virginia, North Carolina came to Trent the first time. Uh, we really promoted it, and it really turned out very well.
Mm,
With you and a lot of guys who were there,
yeah.
uh, I think we all had fun. I think the trip that you missed, though, I wish you had to get with us when we were.
I've heard a lot of trips y'all done been on that. Yeah.
That was a trip. That was the only time I think we ever got stopped by the police for taking pictures. And I forgot what Devon Day's real name is, but we found out Devon Day's real name, and that was the thing. One more person I want to talk about, uh, yay and nay, but I call him a straw that stirs the drink. Wild side, wild side, because he has a lot. Now let me say, and I'm not yay and nay. He has a lot of respect for you. He knows that you're a great wrestler. He really says a lot about you. So he gave some positive strokes. So.
I can't, like I said, I really, coming in, okay, so we both know how things was back then with TIWF. It was close knit family that
Hmm.
you didn't really trust outsiders that you didn't know about.
Hmm.
So when I came to TIWF, me and Tim came to TIWF, a lot of people didn't understand, okay, why are they here? Who are they?
Hmm.
We don't know nothing about them. So coming in, Wildside, he really didn't know me, so he was like, yeah, he stayed offish really with it. But then as time went along, you gain the respect of people because they're like, okay, now we see your true intentions of why you're here. You're actually here to help make the show grow and do better than what it is. Wildside, I respect him a lot. I do. I've wrestled Wildside maybe twice.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe twice when we did the Anarchy Invasion with all the groups,
Hmm.
and when we did the crowning of the Heritage Champion,
Hmm.
and that was the only two matches I've ever had with Wildside. But like I said,
That's it.
Wildside literally that was the only two matches I've ever had with Wildside.
Hmm.
Yeah, I know. Out of the whole time I've ever been at TIWF, that was the only two matches me and him have ever had with each other.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But like I said, though, but Wildside was one of those guys that, like I said, you see him in the ring, he knew what he was doing.
Hmm.
I mean, he comes off as a comedian and jokester out there, but when the bell rings, he knows what he's doing. He knows his craft, and that was one thing I liked about him. He knew what he was doing, and you don't, and that's hard to find, especially like I said, another person you can learn something from.
Mm-hmm.
That's an old school kind of guy. I don't have anything bad to say about him either. I mean, like I said, TIWF was a good, it still is to this day a good place. I mean, can't say
I,
anything bad. What's
I
up?
got another person since we mentioned him, Greg Anthony.
Okay. Greg Anthony. I'd have probably had, I can't even count how many matches with this man. Um, wrestled for him with Pro Wrestling Mid South for many a years. Um, he's one of those guys, like I said, one of those guys also too. It's that trust thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do good with outsiders. We got to see what your intentions are before we get you going in here. But one of those things is with Greg though, if you ever got a question about the wrestling business, he loves to talk wrestling. He'll say message him. He'll tell you whatever you want to know, and I'll tell anybody if you want to go get trained somewhere, go to Pro Wrestling Mid South. And a lot of people don't like the way how he trains because he trains old school. He's
Mm-hmm.
not one of those that's going to let you train for a month or two and then throw you in the ring. He's going to be one of those that wants you to make sure you know your craft before you get in the ring, because if you hurt somebody, then it falls on him and on you because he trained you. And they're like, wait, this man let you train for a couple of months and now he feels like you're ready to go out here. Nah, it's one of those things. If he's not confident in you, in your abilities, he's not going to put you out there. But like they say, a lot of times you learn on while you're doing it, and it's like, yeah. But no, nothing bad I can say about him really, because of the fact of, like I said, I've known him before I was wrestling for him. I started out as his ring announcer in Rector, Arkansas when I first started out. So I mean, he saw something in me that made everybody else see something at me. So honestly, to tell you the truth, sometimes I say, and this ain't. Some people say, "Oh, he's blowing smoke up somebody's butt." Da da da. No, I'm not. I'm not kissing tail either. But I'm just stating facts, because you can ask anybody that was going to Rector, Arkansas with us at that time, like a Jeff Odell, who was the promoter of LAW at the time. There, Greg Anthony. I would ride in the car with him to Rector, Arkansas to do announcing. I'd literally
Mm-hmm.
leave school. I was in college, get in the car, drive to Dyersburg, meet up, get in the car, go. That's how it was.
Well, I tell you, that's one good thing. At least they didn't say you were Corey Macklin's son or anything, right?
No, no, I was
Okay.
always the son of
You know,
Koko Beware.
oh yeah, you got that. See, I actually got Corey Macklin. So I was up in Walnut Ridge, Arkansas. We were
Oh
booking up there,
Jesus.
and doing the SCWA, we did show up there, and I was Corey, and actually Coco Ware came rode with me up there, but I ended up being Corey Macklin's son. I'm like, oh, wait a minute here.
More like
I
his
know.
daddy or granddaddy, because you older than
Watch it.
him. Hey, I'm
Watch
just saying. Look, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
That was some years ago. Okay, I was a tad bit younger and a lot skinnier. Um, so all right, and you've been a singles wrestler. You won, like I said, you won the world belt. You've wrestled all over, but you've had some good tag team partners too, right?
Oh, definitely.
Name
Oh,
some of your
definitely.
tag team partners. I know you mentioned Mike Jablonski. I know you mentioned him.
Mike Jablonski, Brad Bad, Tim Edwards. One that I don't that doesn't get talked about a lot is me and J Rage. When me and J Rage at TIWF, we were tagging some.
Hmm.
We did some things there. Let's see. Go to Pro Wrestling Mid South. Me, we did the global domination thing whenever Pro Wrestling Mid South was NWA Mid South, and it was me, Meklikoff,
Hmm.
and crap, oh, was somebody else. It was three of us, and we were global domination, and I had fun doing that. So it was, like I said, I've had a few, not a lot of tag partners because they've been longevity, but it's those are memorable tag team partners that I've had that I've actually done something significant in the business with.
Okay. That does well. Now let me ask. I know right now you're taking a little hiatus. That like there have been a lot of changes in your life and everything, personal things that are going on. Uh, but as we said before we started, it's in your blood.
Yeah.
Uh, what are you looking for in the future? for Koko Anderson? What does the future look for Koko Anderson in professional wrestling?
The future for me with the professional wrestling business is to basically take all the knowledge that I've gained over the years from my elders and veterans that I've been around and sat under their learning tree to pass along to guys that are coming into the business, the guys and girls coming into the business, all aspects of the wrestling business, because I have done all aspects of the wrestling business, from backstage work, being a cameraman, being a front man for an announcer, a commentator, being a wrestler, being booker, being promoter, doing all these things is to pass on the knowledge that I know. But if you're going to ask me what I want as a wrestler,
Mm-hmm.
I want another world title.
Okay.
Um, right now, like I said, it's a lot. It's a lot. I know you have to build to get to it. You're gonna have to. I mean, if it goes through me going through the AIWF, and this is no shots pawned at anybody, but if it means me going through the AIWF, because I'm a former national heavyweight champion with the AIWF. If it means me getting the national title back, I'll come for it. I saw they brought back the recently defunct international title.
Right.
I will. I don't mind adding that to my resume too. But one that I really wouldn't mind holding is the big AIWF World Championship, because of the fact of, one, I'm the guy. I can do it.
Mm-hmm. And there's
My
been two people already from the Mid South who've actually held it.
Yeah,
Actually three. But
three.
I don't know whether they count Mamacita's short reign or not.
Hey, she held it. She's in the books.
But
Mama Sita held it. She's in the books. So,
she is in
but
the books, and you got uh, since I believe Greg Anderson's promotion is in the AIWF. That's
yes,
going to
it
help a
is.
lot. Also, SICW up in Southern Illinois is also AIWF territory, so that's not too far away.
Right.
So you could do some. And why I'm talking about, because I'm going to promote them as well. Now they have over 150 promotions. They even have promotion in Africa.
I saw that, and they're
And
growing. They're steadily growing. And
they are
one
just
thing I
steadily
will
growing.
say, they are hustling. They don't mind hustle. They hustle. And they're doing it. They're doing it.
Mhm.
They've
And the
been
champion
around for
has
a long
actually
time.
wrestled across the waters. The world champion's done that. So this thing, I've been invited next March for the annual. I've been specifically invited, so I'm going to make an effort to go up for the annual in March. So they say I'm still AIWF. I said, okay. I didn't know.
Look, I told you. You know this. Once you're in, there's no way out.
I can't be
Just know this.
everywhere.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can. It's just like I said. I mean, like I said, as a fan, I love the wrestling business. I'm still a wrestling fan. At my age, I'm still a wrestling fan. I love the wrestling business. I love to see wrestling thrive and grow to a point, because, like I said, I mean, you can, for me, it's seeing the young fans in the crowd that sit there and they look up to you, and then they see you and they want your merchandise. They want you to sign their posters and everything. And it's like, if they tell you, I remember watching you wrestle such and such and such and such place, it's like, oh, Koko, you're one of my favorite wrestlers. Oh, okay, cool. If I get that, I've done my job. If the crowd is literally cheering me or booing me, I've done my job and I'm happy. I could stop right now with wrestling completely altogether, and I'd be all right, because of the simple fact of, one, I've done what it is that I've set out to do, is to do the best that I can in this business to make people remember me. Everybody wants to be remembered for something in this business. If it's good or bad, hopefully good, but a lot of people want to remember you're bad. But if I've done something that's made people think about what it is that I've done, that makes them till this day, 15, 20 years later, say, I remember you doing this. I remember when you was doing this. Then I've done my job. What more could I ask for?
Okay. Coco Ware's open for bookings, guys. You got an opportunity to get him while you can.
It's Koko Anderson, not Koko Ware. Hot Rod.
I got you that time. See there? He is too, but Coco Anderson, of course, absolutely. Coco Anderson is looking. Now, Coco, I'm gonna give you your time something, whatever you want to say to the fans. You got a few minutes. I'm gonna let this be. This is all Koko.
Support indie wrestling. Support wrestling. If there's a wrestling show in your area, go support it. If you're in this area, there's Dyersburg, there's Ripley on Fridays, there's shows on Fridays and Saturdays. You got Trenton and you got TIWF on Saturdays in Trenton. You got shows in Henderson, Tennessee. You got Selmer, Tennessee. You got Mississippi, Arkansas, Missouri. If there's a wrestling show in your area, go support it because of the fact of one, the fans. We can't wrestle. We can't do any of this without fans, without the fans. So steadily grow. If you've never been, it's a fun experience. It's a good experience for you to go. If you can sit at home and watch it on TV, you have not lived until you've actually sat in a crowd and paid your $5, $6, $8, $10 to see live wrestling in person. You won't regret it. It'll be a fun experience. You will love it. But yes, please support wrestling.
All right, then. I tell you what, this has been great. I've had Koko. You will come back again, won't you?
Of course. Always.
After you start, wrestling, and tell me how many people you beat up, and
the next time me and you talk, next time you and me talk, I'm gonna have an AIWF championship right here so you can see that I've got it.
Well, we're gonna see on that. I'm gonna hold you to that one now. I'm gonna hold you to that because I'm gonna talk. I can talk to Diesel now. Okay. Hey, I got a connection with the main man.
Hey, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you. Make it happen. I'm all in on it.
All right, and of course, you can talk to Greg. Greg has a whole lot of pull right now. He just, from what I understand, not too long ago, he went to Connecticut.
Yeah.
And wrestled in Connecticut. Now that's funny, isn't it? Wrestling in Connecticut. And he's done, like I said, I know he's done Southern Illinois. I think he's been to Georgia. He's defended that belt. He really has defended that belt religiously and done well with it. So let me ask you one more question. We're going to finish up. What else do people like to know about Koko? What is something about Koko that people may not really know? It may not even be wrestling related.
I'm a simple old school guy.
Okay.
If you got a question for me to ask me, just ask it. Because I'm going to give you your answer of what you want to do. I get told that I can be an asshole at times, pardon my words, but it's like I'm an asshole with a good heart. Because I will go out of my way to try to help people. Especially if they're doing something and I see that they're really trying to do it. I will try to help you as much as I can to try to get to where you're trying to get to with what you're doing. And that's how it is.
All right. Well, we've had Koko Anderson here on the Hot Shot. And I tell you what, we're definitely looking forward to having you on again. Even at your quest to get the title, we'd like you to come back and just tell us what's going on with you. Let people know what's happening with Koko Anderson, because the more promotion we get, the better it is for all of us.
Oh, definitely. Most definitely.
So this is Hot Rod saying goodbye, everybody. And don't forget, watch independent wrestling anywhere around. Take care. Bye-bye.